Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Olivia and I post fitness content. Today I'm going to be taking you through a glute workout. We're getting straight into it without an intro with my face because you just don't need that. So at the minute I am in a calorie deficit. So what I'm doing other than the food side of things to deficit is I'm starting my sessions out with a 20-minute Stairmaster walk on level 8. I'm trying to up it to level 9 now. So 20 minutes on the Stairmaster and then I get into my session. So I do hip thrust first. Luckily the hip thrust machine is finally fixed. This is the belt hip thrust and it feels so good, but it's literally been broken for so long that it's been getting on my nerves really, because I hate setting up for hip thrust. It's the worst thing. But luckily it's fixed, so I can push myself. Who knows, when I go in there today it might be broken, but when I filmed this it was fixed. I'm starting with hip thrust because I get more glute activation. I was originally doing RDLs then hip thrusts, but then my RDLs just wasn't much glute activation, so that's why I start with hip thrust now. I generally do one warm-up set and then 3 working sets and then maybe a drop set as a 4th set, depending on how good I'm feeling it, how I'm feeling on the day. And yeah, I'm just trying to progressively overload with that. So on that specific machine I'm trying to increase the weight each session or increase the reps. Just make sure with your hip thrust that you are focusing on form. You're not swinging your head back, you're not dropping your hips, you're hinging body all together, okay, because you don't want any injuries. Moving on to the next exercise, I do RDLs. I didn't do RDLs for over a year, like well over a year, because I just couldn't figure them out. I couldn't do them properly. But I finally kind of figured out what works for me. And that's taking a slightly wider stance. I think because I've got longer femurs, it's easier for me to feel my glutes and push my glutes back more if I'm slightly wider. So I start with a warm-up set and go about 12 to 13-ish reps, kind of just 1 or 2 before failure to warm up. And then I've been trying to progressively overload with the weights as well, but I've been doing this really slowly, like really slowly. I've been doing RDLs since January now, I'm pretty sure, and I've been increasing so slowly because I used to have like an injured back and I still have like this weird, you can feel a lump in my back. So yeah, I like to be really careful. But this session I actually tested myself with 60 kilos and I haven't attempted 60 kilos yet really. So what I did notice is that my hands were giving way before my legs were, which is slightly annoying. Even though I am using straps, my hands still, my grip strength just doesn't exist. So hopefully as I start lifting this heavier weight, my hands will get stronger. But yeah, I did 1 set of these. It was kind of as a top set. So I'm pretty sure I did 30 kilo warm up, 40 kilos, 50 kilos, 60 kilos. And then I think I dropped it back down, but I'll see in a second. But yeah, again, it's not the same weight each set. I do work up to what I think I can do in that session. Yeah, so I end up dropping the weight to 40 kilos and doing B stance RDLs. So I do this just for 1 set at kind of like a back off set or a drop set. So I drop it to 40 kilos and then do my left leg and then my right leg, 12 reps each side, kind of, I think. It's like 1 or 2 reps from failure. But yeah, this feels good because it allows each glute to get a bit stronger and get worked and targeted slightly more. And this one is like a finisher, like my glutes leave shaking. Moving on to arguably the best glute exercise there is, it's step ups. I used to do these on a Smith machine back when I was in a different gym, like little baby Liv used to do it on a Smith machine, and I honestly couldn't imagine doing it on a Smith machine now. That just seems too difficult. So I do cable step ups. Now you'll probably notice I use same arm, same leg, and other people use opposite arm, opposite leg, but that really hurts my spine and my lower back. Like the slight twist just feels wrong. Whereas if I use same arm, same leg, I'm more neutral, like everything's stacked over itself instead of my arm crossing over. So that's just why I choose to do it like that. Usually I do put a plate on the floor so that my toes can tap the plate, just because the range of motion without the plate is just that little bit too much that I feel like my hip flexors and quads overcompensate. But for this session, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot until I was halfway through and I was like, this feels weird. It's because I didn't have a plate, but I couldn't be asked, so I just dealt with it. But yeah, step ups for glute growth honestly is insane. Why? You're so annoying. Say that again.
Skip.
Yeah, I apologise for all the shaving and chair squeaking that's been going on during this voiceover, by the way. It's Bailey being so loud. But anyway, moving on to an isolation exercise. The isolation exercise is cable kickbacks. I've been doing these for years, but I've been loving them recently, and it's because I've improved my form so much. So I kick at a 45-degree backwards angle. Obviously, I don't have a protractor, so I don't know if it's 45 degrees. It might be more than that. But generally, just try and kick like outwards instead of directly backwards. And then I drop set it and step over the cable and then pump out just to failure. These little abductions, I guess. I don't do seated hip abductor because it hurts me. So I've been doing this and it's been feeling really good. Oh yeah, on the step ups, I do 3 sets each leg to failure or just before failure. It's usually around 12 reps, it always is. And then on the kickbacks, I think I do 2 sets because it's drop sets as well, so it ends up being like 4 sets each leg. And then this is just a little bonus exercise. I only do 1 to 2 sets of these, and it depends if it's free. If it's available, I go on it. If it's not available, I don't bother. But luckily it was available, so I just do some GHD hyperextensions. Whatever, usually there's like 5 different weights under this machine, so I just pick up any sort of weight there is and just pump it out to failure. Then moving on, I am going to show you some abs that I've been doing. So usually every time I train abs, I'll do hanging abs, and I like to do 3 sets of 12. Sometimes I get 12, sometimes I don't, but that will depend if my hands are slippery or not. But I'll always make up the reps. So I usually end up doing, 12, 24, 36 reps of hanging leg raises. And then on the days I actually train abs, I'll go upstairs and I do weighted sit-ups. So I do these to failure. Usually it's between 10 and 20 reps. It just depends on the day. And I do 2 rounds of this. So I do my sit-ups to failure first. And then I drop the weight and do leg raises just like this, like hanging leg raises really, but obviously on the mat. And these are really bloody hard. I used to be so good at them when I was younger, but they just get harder each time. And finally, I do some dead bugs. Again, all of these is just to failure. So I'm not like some super 14-year-old that I used to be where I could do like 100 reps of each thing. Instead, I really feel everything. I really crunch my abs. I really engage my core the entire time. So yeah, 3 exercises, 2 rounds, all of the exercises to failure. And then unfortunately I do another 20 minutes of Stairmaster at the end of my session. Every single gym session I do at the minute, I do 40 minutes of Stairmaster. I'm really committing to it because I really want to lose weight and lean out for summer. I hope this was helpful. That is the end of the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next one.